fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight it's the Kylou Glass Gen 4 series here at the Lady in Black Darlington 200. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Brian Helm. Brian, we got ourselves a good one. Good old Darlington here tonight.
Yes, sir. The Lady in Black.
Yeah, she's tough. You know, you look at a track like this, Brian, two distinct corners. You know, 1 and 2 is very tricky. Both of them are very tricky in their own right, aren't they?
Yeah, 1 and 2 is kind of ascended, and then 3 and 4 is kind of like, oh, be careful.
Yeah, it's one of the most demanding tracks on the service. You know, this is where you earn your Darlington stripe. Everybody going to touch that wall at one point or another. I mean, I just can't wait to get into this. We got a couple of guys, you know, who are really good at this series, like Inman, Owens, Pistol. These three in particular, they don't really run the other series that much, or at least 1 or 2 of them don't. And it's always interesting to see what they can do in these Gen 4 cars. I mean, how familiar are you with these cars, Brian?
You know, I haven't spent a lot of time in them, that's for certain. I know that they're kind of squirrely, though.
Yeah, definitely high-powered machines. They're going to be tricky out here. Let's take a look in on our championship standings. A good battle going on. Troy Torgerson, top of the board. Now, he is not in the race tonight, so that opens it up. That puts Owens up here, along with Walker the second. Another guy I could mention. Now, he does run all the series, but he is really good at these cars. And it's Tony Ratliff, Jason Ratliff, and Greg Ratliff. Ooh, we're getting beat up by Ratliffs here. They've got Powers, Brantley, Pistol, and Ripka, your top 10. I mean, we got a good little points battle going here, Brian.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty tight. You know, I think this is a great series. I think that they're going to fight to the end of the year.
Yeah, and being with these high-powered machines, you think about how Darlington drives, Brian, and you know, you just seeing these guys go around here. I mean, this is going to be tough. I mean, these things are going to get out of shape, at least if you overdrive them. They're going to be really hard to drive around lap, 30, 40, that type of thing, aren't they?
Oh, I was thinking lap 15, but, you know,
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I drove one of these on Darlington, so it just seemed to me like they're quite a handful.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, I've done it. It's a track that I love, I'm pretty good at. However, you know, it doesn't take much of an overdrive to really get that car to stop handling well. Take a look at Tom Lester here. He's out here and you're doing nice. 8th on the board here in practice. There's Wes Pistol, Chris Owens. Yeah, he's testing out the barrels there. They're full of cement there, Chris. I wouldn't try that.
Yeah, you kind of got that getting into there. Everybody's practicing their pit run because they think it's going to be a long green. I don't know. I might disagree with that.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, Darlington does not produce cautions. Cars tend to wash down the track, off the surface, doesn't produce a lot of cautions. But that pit road, damn, that's worthy of practice, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, there's a couple ways to get into it. You can kind of come in low off of the backstretch and get it down tight and wrap the wall, or you can kind of overdrive the corner and bring it down in there. I was always kind of more of the wrap the wall guy. What about you?
Well, I think we did, believe it or not, I think it was me and you who did a little testing on this one, and I found getting down low early was just as fast as staying out on the track, and staying out on the track longer is more dangerous. So, yeah, I'm risk averse. I got my bump cap on right now, Brian.
Yeah, 10-4. Looks like they're already lined up out here, ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir. Let's get into tonight's starting grid. It's Austin Inman on the pole, time of 29.178. Jason, the Rifleman Ratliff, will start on the outside of the pole. He's been on a tear in all the series. Chris Owens and TJ Rogers will be in row 2. It's Ripka and Jackson in row 3. Williams and Pistol in row 4. Ross Weiss will be in 9th. Michael Fleming in 10th. You got Tony Ratliff and Michael Walker, 11th and 12th. Jason Brantley, the big possum, if you will be starting in 13th. Tracy Powers, 14th. The Toad Man is up there in 15th position. Jason Spear. You got Thompson, Herb Ashley, Tom Ashley, Ricky Williams, Tom Lester, Corey Busker, and Royce Valley, rounding out a 23-car field.
Well, it's a lot of competition out there tonight, so we're excited to see how this rolls.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into this one. I think the way these guys drive, you'll see a lot of courtesy down into one. You see everybody get strung out, and then it's going to be who's going to burn them up and who's going to save them. It's going to be a highly entertaining as the sun has set, the lights are out, the pace car is off the track. We're ready to go green flag racing here in the Lady in Black. The old UPS, man, I think that's Jared out there on the pole. My goodness. Green flag drops. We're down and racing. And wow, the outside lane. That is a massive start by, looks like that is Ratliff going to the front. Jason Ratliff. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, he got a great start off the line there, and he's rolling. He went around the outside there. We like to see that.
Yeah, I don't know if Inman got a slow start or if Jason Ratliff just timed that perfect, but he's your leader, and he's walking away here in the first lap. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think he might have spun the tires just a little bit.
Ross Weiss there loose in the tide machine. Got to clean that up a little bit.
Yeah, everybody's trying to fill their oats here and get their comfort zone. I mean, right now there's no reason to do anything crazy. Just try to not hit the wall off of 2, which we always do.
There's a look at the Toad Man bringing out that sharp paint. Right in front of him, the 3 of Brantley. Is he rocking that East Coast weapon machine? Gilly probably got the Kylou Glass on the car there.
Yeah, it looks like we got a bunch of really good-looking cars out here. And they're all starting to get their rhythm now and kind of picking up the pace a bit.
Well, speaking of good-looking cars, I mean, what do you think? You know, you take a look at these cars, bring back some memories, don't they?
Yeah, you know, if you're an old-school guy from the back in the day, definitely.
You got any great memories of Darlington racing out here, Brian, in the real world?
Well, I just remember Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace and, you know, them guys doing a lot of different things here. You know, they just seem to be always at the front at this track.
Yeah, for sure they were. Smoke and sparks as the Darlington stripe gets on another car. TJ Rogers just set the best lap of the race. 29.26. Watch out for Rogers. He's coming. Good looking paint he's got on there tonight too.
Yeah, 10-4, and it took him till lap 5 to get the comfort level up to where he could turn a good lap.
And that's what it's like, isn't it? I mean, you do not turn your fastest lap on 1 or 2, do you?
No, not typically. Just trying to do survival. So Jason Brantley just got passed by the Toad Man.
All right, the Toad Man on the move. Brantley slips back to 14th. So the Toad Man officially our big mover here, up 2 spots. And this type of track, I mean, you just don't see a lot of passing in the early stages, do you, Brian?
No, it looked like they had a little cooperation going on there. You know, he gave him room to get around the outside there. So that's pretty nice to do at this time of the race.
There is Lance Ripka. He had his return to victory lane, I believe, in the Xfinity Series, so he'll look to keep up the momentum. Rogers underneath of Owens. Inman taking the lead from Ratliff. Ratliff surging back on the inside. Holy cow. They'll go into the corner side by side. Inman taking that risk on that high side. He holds on to it, powers through. So Austin Inman out front, new race leader.
That was pretty impressive right there.
It was, and here comes TJ Rogers. So we expect these guys, Rogers, Owens, Inman, to move up, and here they come. Looks like they're settled in here temporarily. Everybody in line. Ripka joining that group.
Yeah, 10-4. And I think a lot of times on this track, you got to like not even try to drive fast for the first 5 laps so that your tires will live longer.
So Ripka gets around Owens or holds them off. I'm not sure which.
It's pretty impressive you get this many guys out here and get them rolling, and you know, they're cooperating with each other right now, kind of giving room if somebody's wanting to go a little harder than somebody else. But as we get longer in the race, they'll probably stop doing as much cooperation in that.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, the problem is if you're saving out here, let's look at Jason Jackson. He's just coming up to the back of the main group now in that Home Depot machine. You know, he's going to be looking to make some moves here. Where do you make your moves here? How do you make a move around here?
Well, for me, I always try to get a run off of 4 and just get a nose under him coming down the front straightaway. And usually they realize they need to turn in early to get into that corner. And they usually, unless they're like Ingman there, I think I pronounced that right, on that deal. I mean, most people won't try to stay on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. I mean, personally, I like to get the run out of 2 and get underneath them in 3 and 4. And that's where I like to make my move.
Yeah, I think that's each person has a little bit of different comfort zone. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, that's the type of track it is. I mean, but the main thing is you got to plan it out. This is not the type of track where you just willy-nilly pass someone. You got to think it through and plan for a full lap how you're going to position yourself right to make the pass. Now Jackson hanging on to the back here in 6th. You see Owens a little loose already off the corner. That could end up being tricky as we go forward.
Yeah, this field is pretty strung out. I mean, they're already strung out 7-8 seconds from the leader back to the last car. So I'm watching a group back here in about 16th through 12th. And I mean, they're all trying to figure out how to pass each other right now.
Spear down here letting people go, so that's interesting here. I wonder if we have a fuel mileage situation as well, and not to throw that on Spear or anything, but you know, 70 laps, 73 laps, that sounds about the range of Darlington.
Yeah, I don't know this car and its fuel economy, but I mean, wouldn't you have to pull in at 35, 34?
No, I think generally speaking, you can do well over 60. Now, and this car has a slightly bigger gas tank. I think it's about 20 gallons, Brian.
Oh, wow. I guess I never realized that.
Well, that's what the booth is. We teach, we learn in the booth. I don't know either, Brian. I have not driven this car in this condition. Now, I love the idea of the machine. I love these high-power machines. We'll have to get out there one of these days.
Yeah, 10-4. I think NASCAR should take a deal out of that. You know, the overpowered car should be kind of the option, you know what I mean, if you got too much power for the suspension or the aero.
Look at Michael Walker II, currently in 12th position. Now he's doing really well in the points, and he's the type of driver that really moves forward here in the late part of the run. I look for him to get himself inside of the top 10 pretty soon. Stages here, lap 17 at 145. It's the Kylou Glass Gen 4 series. Go check out Kylou Glass over on Facebook, wherever you can find them. All your blown glass needs. We're going to get you a little more on Kylou Glass in the next broadcast. I mean, they're doing some great things out there. We love our sponsors, don't we, Brian? I mean, they make this whole thing tick.
Yeah, without the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do this. You know, they're really important to the sport, and that's the same here in iRacing. They're really important to us. So thanks to all the sponsors for helping put this on.
Yeah, you better believe it. They pay all the bills, and they make the sim racing world go round. You know,
Yeah,
not unlike ACDC with the fat bottom girls there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was just watching Tracy Powers. He got in the corner a little too hard, hit the wall, and got passed by Rick Thompson.
All right, so Powers down a couple, Thompson up a couple. Could this be the type of track that Thompson likes? He's often fighting his way through the field, unable to make qualifying time more times than not. He's got to start at the back. That's a tall order here at Darlington, especially if they go green, isn't it, Brian?
Oh yeah, it's extremely hard to pass at this track. I mean, like you said, it sometimes takes 3 or 4 laps to set up a pass, or maybe you just got to wait for a guy to make a mistake.
We go on board right now with Tracy Powers, currently in 16th position, and you see just in front of him the Toad Man pulling out a line. He's seen enough. He's going to let several cars go. Of course, Powers not one of them, and that puts Powers in the wall. I mean, Toadman didn't put him there, but he got into the wall trying to be careful, and someone takes advantage. That's Ashley, and on the exit, he's in the wall.
Oh yeah, just a little bit out of line, and all of a sudden everybody's bouncing off the wall. You know, I mean, it's kind of crazy, and nobody's wanting to put anybody in a bad spot right yet. So that's just how this track runs.
Well, I've seen this for years now, right? And what you'll find at this track is the common courtesy thing that people do. They pull over, they pull to the inside. It never helps. All it does is cause issues. I've seen it for literally almost a decade now, and people still think it's a good thing to do, and I guess it is to some degree, but guys would prefer you just race and I'll get around you, is what I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I always find that if a guy gets a run on me, I'll stay at my rhythm, and then if he's actually beside me, I need to let him go. I'll just, let off the throttle a little tiny bit, getting into the corner, and just let him go, get right in behind him. But that works.
My pet peeve really is, in particular, off the corner, like off of 4 or something. You'll see guys come down the track. Well, I'm trying to set them up to cut underneath them. And at the last second, they move the track down the track to let me go, but that's where I'm going. So I hit them. So that's where my, a little personal problems up in the booth here tonight. Sorry, folks. Darlington, one of the more tricky tracks, I'm telling you, and it's just tough to stay clean out there all night.
Yeah, it's looking like Jason Jackson's looking a little sporty here in 5th position. He's looking for a way by.
Yeah, Jason Jackson going to be good here tonight. I think this type of track really suits his driving style. Let's go on board with him here, Brian. Maybe you can have a look and just see what you see. I mean, he's known for smoothness out on the track.
Yeah, his steering wheel hardly moves there, just a little teeny bit. Ding, ding.
Really
he's running the white line.
Like quiet hands, subtle corrections, that's what you need around here, because this car, I mean, we'll bring up the dashboard here to go with it, and you'll see the speeds we're talking about. Right here, 150 or so, and then you got a long straightaway. We're going to be approaching 200 miles an hour here. He got up around 180 there before he lifted. I think you'll probably see more on this down this straightaway, but serious speed nonetheless.
Yeah, and you have to time your braking and the way you get into a corner. It's for whatever reason, this track is extremely important how you get into the corner, into one especially, because a little bit high and you're rubbing to get in your Darlington stripe, a little bit low and you're really slow.
Yeah. I mean, I like to go down on the apron on entry, so I don't know if that's a little different than most or not. But I think, you know, if we can get a rear chase here, we'll see here. And see, they're crossing that dotted line just slightly on entry. That's kind of what I like to do too, Brian.
Yeah, that always kind of unloads the car and gets it to start rotating. Then just kind of float it up against the wall and turn one there. Just kind of, you know, work your throttle getting off the corner.
Car on the move right now. West Pistol coming to the front. So Pistol starting to move. You've seen Owens just moved over for him. You're not going to find too many times where Owens just moves over, but he recognizes the Pistol's on the move.
Yeah, it looks like he's really got a nice smooth line going, so he's definitely coming to the front.
So far, 20. Oh, and Inman in the wall as we go to him. So our leader drives it up into the wall. He's got his stripe on the car now. That's going to bring Jason Ratliff back up. And we've seen Jason Ratliff. He gave up first place kind of easily for what we're used to from Jason. Do you think that was on purpose, Brian?
Oh, I think he's a sly dog. He's like, yeah, you go ahead, wear your stuff out. We'll just hang out back here and wait for you to come right on back to us.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, he is really, over the last, I don't know, 6 months or a year, it just seems like a different driver. Now, he got some new equipment, and that spurred him on. How important is that, Brian?
Oh, I think in this game, you got to have at least some above average equipment. I mean, the days of the G29 wheel is probably over, but
What?
you know, if you got, what? Yeah. Oh, you're still running one, aren't you?
No, we got rid of it, but I did run a G27 for years and years, for sure. And I agree with you, Brian. I agree with you. The equipment, especially for certain people, that they just get these feelings that they never knew were there. They feel bumps they didn't know existed. And it really means a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, Jason Jackson just sent it in the corner and got around.
That's the Pistol.
Oh, that's the Pistol. I'm sorry.
Yeah, West Pistol there just went around TJ Rogers and Chris Owens a lap or two earlier. So West Pistol up 3 into 5th now. Austin
yeah, a little bit of a
Inman's
rookie broadcaster move there. I was on the wrong car on one screen. So, but anyways, love to watch the racing here. This is really cool.
Oh, yeah, that's not rookie stuff. We all do that one, Brian. Hard to keep track of all these guys out here. Inman out front, Jason Ratliff second, Ripka in third, Rogers in fourth, West Pistol making his move right now, and this is where I like to make my pass. This is exactly what I do. Come down low through 3 and 4, I love it, and now it's challenge time. Who's got the bigger cojones going down into 1? And I gotta say, West Pistol sent it in there perfectly. So up to 4th he goes.
Yeah, and he didn't even get the wall. When I do that, I tend to go up. Once I clear him, I go up and hit the wall.
Yeah, and that's the danger, isn't it? You're concentrating so hard on getting clear, you overdrive the entry and you're in the wall. Very, very demanding track. So he gets clear. He's walking away already. He's trying to run down Ripka in 3rd. Jason Ratliff about 2 seconds ahead of them in 2nd, and Inman out there gapping the field. The car looking okay, even though we have seen him hit the wall. He looks all right to me.
Yeah, sometimes when you bump the wall a little bit, it actually makes your car better.
Yeah, he just give it a little nudge again. He's trying to tell that wall, you're in my way. Get the hell out of here. I love seeing the old, what is it, Jared, Daryl Jarrett? No.
Dale Jarrett?
Dale Jarrett, that's it. Thank you very much. Is my memory failing? Getting old, people. The old man in the booth. I was thinking about it today. Pretty soon you're going to be able to call me a senior. What do you think of that, Brian?
What qualifies you as a senior?
Well, some say 60. You know, I heard 57. You can actually claim you're a senior.
Well, Chris Owens just got under. Missed it. Somebody and got by him.
So he got by Jason Jackson there. TJ Rogers hanging on. So Jackson looked really good. Now he's fading. Owens looked like he was fading. Now he's coming. That's the type of thing it is. I mean, I think what you're witnessing here, Brian, is it's not about tire wear as much as it's tire heat. What can you do to cool your tires down here on this track?
Well, I was never really very good at it, but I mean, I think if you just, not slide the car and just not overdrive the corner, but you got to do that and keep your momentum up, right? So I just think you got to drive under the limit just so you're not overdoing the tires.
Yeah, you basically just take a break for a couple laps, right? Drop those lap times down a second. Give up a spot or two if you have to. The tire temps will come down. The car will become drivable again. Very difficult to do on a track like this, though.
Yeah, it's a real tough track. I mean, and the funny thing is, I'm sitting here watching, and we used to get into 3 right on the edge or the outside of the track, and kind of running that Kyle Larson line around 3 and 4. But I notice these guys are a little bit lower than that with this car and this configuration.
Well, I love the low side now. We definitely used to run it the way you're saying, 3 and 4. But lately, I've been taking what I call the Bernie line there, and that's putting those lefts right down on the bottom and just rolling the bottom. You can really get off the corner well from down there. Look at this group here: Tony Ratliff, Michael Walker, Rick Thompson, Jason Brantley. That's a battle for 10th here. These 4 cars all together, Brian.
Yeah, 10-4. They're all still trying. Is it time to pit yet? I'm tired. They're starting to sweat. Oh, he just hit the wall.
That's Thompson into the wall there. So Brantley right behind him, thinking about capitalizing. He backs out just a little bit.
I think one thing I noticed, I don't think people realize is because of the type of wheels that we have and the force feedback. On a long run on one of these sets, I mean, you can actually, it's like a little mini workout, and I end up sweating pretty hard on a really hard racetrack like this on a long run.
Yeah, we talked about it the other night in the booth. I mean, the pains are real. I mean, it's not just sweat. You get sore wrists, sore shoulders. It's a real workout, folks. Don't think this is a guy at home on his little handheld controller. You're sitting in basically race cars with shifters and wheels, and they got real forces on them. And boy, oh boy, a demanding track like this, the concentration, the focus, you lose your eyesight. It gets awful tough out there, but these guys handling it well. Inman starting to stretch it out just a little bit. 1.3 seconds back to the rifleman. Ripka hanging on to 3rd. He's about 3 seconds back. Then West Pistol, he's been coming through the field. He's up 4 spots now, and I think he is closing in on Lance Ripka for 3rd. Owens and Jackson seem to have stabilized. They're 5th and 6th. Rogers in 7th. Weiss back in 8th. Claus Williams down a couple. Haven't touched on Claus here tonight. But Claus looking pretty strong here in 9th right now. And then Tony Ratliff rounding out the top 10 as he throws sparks all over the car of Michael Walker.
Yeah, 10-4. But I mean, I was just thinking, while you're doing that, I was thinking, wow, we're on lap 45 roughly. And boy, if they're not going to stop, boy, the guy that was saving early is probably going to be a lot faster on the second half of this run.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If they're going to go, so 145 laps, you're looking at just under 50 laps, right, for a third of the way. But you're looking at 73 to get to halfway. So if they're going to try and go to lap 73, I mean, these tires, we might see a blown tire out here.
Yeah, I mean, they might hear that old call, you're wearing out your right front.
I mean, we have actually seen blown tires on iRacing as Brantley moves over and lets Powers on by. So Powers up to 13th, Brantley down to 14th, Tom Ashley in 15th. There's a Toad man. Fleming. Love Fleming's paint job. He's always got a nice flashy paint there. And then Jason Spear quietly in 18th position. I think he's got a strategy, but he is 20 seconds back of our leader, Austin Inman.
Hell, that's a pretty good sized gap. I mean, that's a lot to overcome. I'm thinking he's either doing a strategy where he pits less, or he's hoping for a yellow.
Well, I think he's trying to stretch it, Brian, on a one-stopper, and it might be a good strategy. We'll have to wait and see how all this plays out. Long race here tonight at Darlington with the Kylou Glass Gen 4 Series. The Toadman coming in. So the Toadman early pit stop. You got to remember, it's 145 laps tonight, not 135, so this is a short pit by the Toadman.
Yeah, he's had enough. I need to breathe. I need to get some new tires. Got someone else coming in right now.
Well, we see that at this track, don't we? TJ Rogers coming in, so TJ Rogers will vacate. And again, these early stops, I believe. No, pretty much on schedule. My bad. So these are scheduled pit stops, right at the third marker for these guys.
Yeah, we still like to stretch it a little past the third, so that we have a little grace area. But also, this a lot can happen on and off of pit road, so you can make or break yourself on pit road. That's why the guys are practicing pit road entrance before we started the race.
Ross Weiss comes in with the Tide machine. As we were looking at West Pistol stalking Lance Ripka here. These two look like they're very evenly matched right now. Pistol gets a nice run. He's going to dart down to the bottom and take a peek. Lance says, no, sir.
He's just trying to make him nervous.
Our leader on pit road. So the leader, Austin Inman, has come in. And this is something we talk about with Darlington too. You talk about going a little long, but when you're the leader, you do not want to give up track position. So he comes in, Owens, Jackson, Tracy Powers, all on pit road.
Yeah, everybody's flooding in now. Everybody's rocking and rolling. Come on, give me some new tires.
All right, very interesting here to see who stays out. We know Ricky Williams and Tom Lester will stay out for some time, and they generally do. Jason Ratliff, your leader right now, as the Toadman gets by him and gets a lap back and throws some dust and sparks at him. There's Pistol. He is in second. He has gotten around Ripka. So, and you can see he's already gapped him as well. The Pistol on the move. And I don't know if we can call him the Pistol. That's my bad. That's his name. West Pistol. Looking awful pistol-like here.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job tonight. I mean, he's definitely moved up quite a bit. He's +6 on the run, but I think he can come past more cars than that.
I'm so old. I remember the Pistol from the Boston Celtics. I don't know if you remember him.
Vaguely. I don't want to admit my age. Quit it.
Well, and I don't want to try and say his name, but I remember he was called the Pistol. Corey Buskirk on pit road. There is Jason Ratliff. He just went by Herb Ashley in the Whataburger machine. So he continues to rock out here. We got several guys, about 11 cars still out on the track. Lap 54. Here comes Herb Ashley, I believe. So Herb, a little high on the track. He'll get her bent down. That's a good-looking stop right there.
Yeah, that's the line I can't ever run. I always hit the tires when I come in doing that.
Yeah, You do not want to hit those barrels. That's the night over. Right now, Jason Ratliff got a 3.7-second lead. West Pistol just a hair faster.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see. I see that Jason Spears already actually pitted, so I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah, that is a little surprising. Looking on Claus Williams here behind him, Tony Ratliff, Michael Walker. Michael Walker is someone we talked about. He's doing really well in this series. Tom Ashley on pit road. But Walker was doing such a nice job. I mean, I think he's second in points right now, maybe third. But he is in this thing. Wow. And Tony Ratliff keeps hitting the wall. I mean, the amount of sparks it's throwing up is incredible, Brian.
Yeah, he might be thinking the more times I hit the wall, the faster I go. So I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it can help the car on occasion, so that's always interesting. Claus Williams comes in, so lap 57 for him. We've got wildly different pit strategies going on here tonight. Let's look at our pit board. You got guys who pitted on lap 48, 50, 55, 47, 53. So all over the board here, Brian, as Lance Ripke comes in.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why the guys. I mean, there's a point where you stretch it, and then there's a point where really not really sure what they're thinking. But you know, they probably be right up there. It's just how it works out on winning if they ever get a yellow on the track.
And there's Inman. Remember, he was the first guy in. He was the leader, so he is going to have a mammoth lead as Jason Ratliff and Wes Pistol come on to pit road. So the top two are in, and like I said, Inman, he's going to be 10, 15 seconds in front of these guys when they come out here, Brian.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hard for them to not try to overdrive early in the run to run him down, you know, because you got to kind of be easy on the tires for a few laps when you come out of the pits.
Tony Ratliff assumes the lead. Michael Walker second. Brantley, he's coming in. He's doing that early one. That's the way I like to do it. A little safer, just as fast if you're aggressive with it, and just as much danger actually because of the way that wall bends. Tom Lester's still on the track, so he'll be, and Inman is only like 8.5 seconds behind Lester right now, and he's pitted already.
Yeah, he's probably going to come out a lap down when he pits.
Yeah, most definitely. That will be the case. Inman flying. Tony Ratliff coming in. He squeaks her underneath the barrels. So Michael Walker left out on the track, and this is what I worry about. When you look at this, Brian, Walker is under heat. He's got Jackson right there. That looks like the rifleman right there. I mean, he's going to have a hard time getting to the bottom. He's going to go down there now. He's letting everybody know, I'm coming in. Get out. I don't want nothing to do with you people.
Yeah, sometimes when you pit, it kind of depends on who's around you and what's going on.
Yeah, you don't want 5 or 6 guys trying to pass you when you're on old rubber hanging off for dear life. So Tom Lester out on the track is going to assume the lead here. The 78 machine praying and hoping for a caution.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
I mean, he may want to sacrifice a chicken at this point.
Yeah, 10-4. I mean, if he got a yellow right now, it'd really help his overall race. But it looks like everybody's spread out pretty good here. It doesn't look like we're going to get any yellows right now.
No, and there is Inman. Inman, as predicted by yours truly, has an 11.3 second lead as Lester vacates the lead. Inman has 11.3 second lead over TJ Rogers. Jason Ratliff, 12.5 back. I mean, unbelievable. Pistol, who was coming, he is 17 seconds behind our leader. They got a lot of work to do with that fresh rubber. I don't know. I mean, how many laps to the good are their tires, Brian? Did they got any shot of running down Inman?
Yeah, you know, I think they have like 10 lap fresher tires, but I don't see it.
Well, Inman was in on 50, Rogers 48, Ratliff 58, so he's 8 to the good. So is Pistol 8 to the good, and Ripke's 7 to the good. So those are our main guys with the tire differences to Inman. And they just got so much, like Ripke, for instance, got 16 seconds to make up with 8 lap fresher tires. I don't know.
Yeah, it always baffles me when I'm running and racing how some strategies work out so much better than other ones. And so in this particular case, I think Inman's got a good idea what he's doing.
Big battle for second. The rifleman underneath the TJ Rogers. They were side by side in 3 and 4. Jason Ratliff throws it in hard into 1. what a move by him. He makes it stick. Great job by Jason Ratliff.
Yeah, that was very impressive pass. I mean, these guys are right now realizing, hey, we're way behind. We got to rock and roll.
Yeah, Jason says, I got to get out of here, man. It's time to go. Behind him, Jason Jackson, Chris Owens chasing it down the track. The tricky track of Darlington. Not to be confused with the tricky triangle.
Yeah, you know, he's having an issue every time off the corner.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed. Just a little hard on the throttle off the corner, or maybe too much wheel, Brian. That's going to hurt him a little bit here. But Owens, highest rated driver in this series by Sim Hub points. So they have a little rating system there, and he's done very well. So never count Chris Owens out.
Yeah, it looks to me like maybe he loosened it up during that pit stop, and somebody's just going to let him by here.
Yeah, Jackson going to let him go. He says, I've seen those sparks. Go on ahead.
Yeah, sometimes you just make the mental decision, I don't want to run that hard. Go ahead.
Here's a look at West Pistol here. He is coming around Herb Ashley. So Pistol into 6th. Emmons lead. Shaven down to 8.7 seconds. So Jason Ratliff with that tire advantage, he's about, well, he was around a second faster last lap. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, he is making up hordes of time here. Inman must have been fighting some traffic.
Yeah, he still needs to make up an awful lot. So a lot of times the tires will equalize in speed as you go along. So it's be interesting to see how this strategy works out for Jason Ratliff.
It really is. And Inman right now coming up on Michael Walker in 15th place. I mean, he's up here thinking about lapping to 15th and 14th Tony Ratliff. As you see, Walker says, I gotta go. He starts closing in on Tony Ratliff. Inman with a late dive down to the bottom. Aggressive move from our leader. Wow.
Yeah, I think that might be just a little bit of frustration. Just like, hey, I need the room. Give me a lane.
Yeah, this is bringing Jason Ratliff back to him. And this is one of the bonuses. Oh, wow.
Oh!
And I don't know if he got into him or not, but Walker out of shape there. Oh, and now Inman off the corner. Inman chases it down the track. So everybody getting a little crazy here. Here comes Big Possum coming through here. Jason Brantley.
Wow, it's like there's some oil on the track or something.
Massive changes. All of a sudden, Jason Ratliff, 5.6 back. This is a big, big thing for the race. My goodness.
Yeah, that's just crazy. All of a sudden, everybody's just sliding around like you couldn't believe it. I mean, that's quite the interesting set of circumstances.
It really was. I wish we could get a replay on it, but I'm not seeing anywhere to click on down there for one.
Well, right now, he's trying to get his rhythm back, and Ingman is, and, you know, he's got people right behind him, so, you know, he's trying to go.
Brian, to interject a little bit here, that, you know, the fresh tires behind him. Now, they're obviously Inman's your leader. This is not for position, but these fresh tires want their lap back too, don't they?
Oh, they got to have it. They're like, yeah, go ahead, slide up. I got to go.
I mean, and this bothers Inman, right? He's got a mirror full. He's like, I should be all alone on the track because I got a lead, but no. He's got lap cars, different strategies under play here, so he's under heat, and this is going to affect him. Wow, and Walker just rakes the side of the wall.
Sometimes you just got to use the wall to turn, you know what I mean? And just like, wow.
Okay, Chastain style.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that until you said that, but yeah, a little bit of that. You can do that some here, not all the way around the corner like he did.
There is Jason Ratliff creeping into the picture. 8-lap fresher tires, I believe. Our other tire guy, Lance Ripka, he is back in traffic. He is not progressing as well. And that's because of this dirty air of this traffic. It's so hard to deal with.
Yeah, you really need the luck there to get it by everybody. But, I think Jason's doing that here kitty, kitty, kitty thing right now. I'm thinking he's thinking about that.
Oh, no doubt. You're right about that. Ripka does get by. Jackson lets him go. Next up, Chris Owens in 5th. And West Pistol, remember, Pistol was one of our late movers. Let's check our pit board again and see when Pistol pitted. He's 58, so he's in the good by 8 laps as well. He should close in on TJ Rogers for 3rd here shortly.
Yeah, he was really good on the long run on that first run, so I expect to see him coming to the front.
All right, so things going to heat up as this run goes along, as we've crossed over the halfway mark in this race, lap 77 of 145. Your leader, Austin Inman. He short pitted from the lead. And look, he is still under heat from lap cars. This is exactly what you don't want. And it's it's what happens here at Darlington all the time. Inman has got to make a decision to let these guys go or race the heck out of them. He's going to let them go, I believe. He says he's seen enough, Brian.
Yeah, sometimes you're just better off just to kind of let him go and get back into your rhythm. But, I'm sure it's really annoying him right at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, and just to be clear, nobody's doing anything wrong. These guys got a race to get their lap back. We're only halfway through this thing. Walker's 3rd in the points. He's not going to give up nothing. I think Inman should let him go and just follow him around for a little bit, but he's fighting for it.
Yeah, they got to get by him because Jason's coming. You know what I mean? They're thinking, I'm going to get lapped by another leader here shortly. I got to go.
Yeah, and I think he just came to that realization. He's like, enough of this. Go ahead. And what the other thing he's saying, Brian, you better be fast, because if I'm right on your bumper, I'm going to be ticked off.
Yeah, he's actually hoping for him to pull away a little so he can get some air on the nose of the car.
Absolutely is. In the picture, the Rifleman, now 1.7 seconds behind. He's coming.
Yeah, I think he's going to get there. I think he had a good strategy here.
Yeah, good call so far. West Pistol, he's about 6.5 seconds behind our leader, but he's closed in on TJ Rogers now. So we'll see if he can make short work of this or TJ makes him work for it. We'll hop on board here and have a look. You see there just a little better on entry, looking to cut her down here and get a big exit. Great job there by both drivers. That's how you drive Darlington.
Yeah, 10-4, he hardly moves the wheel.
And you see here, he's going to try and cut underneath them. There he goes. And we got Chris Owens crashed. Oh, and then he's backing up. And we're going to bring out a caution. He backed up towards the track. That'll bring out caution here on lap 82. Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah, 10-4, that's a big change to the race. It seems like it went long enough.
Just to cut in here, Brantley and Walker, who got by our leader, how big was that, Brian?
Oh, that's huge. That's why I was just like, oh, man, that's like, who's going to be the lucky dog here?
Well, 3 cars are affected. Brantley and Walker are going to go all the way around. They got to get going, actually. Walker's got to understand it's time to go full throttle around this track and catch up. And also, the lucky dog gets shifted back to Tom Lester, the last guy to pit. So how about that?
Yeah, I guess his strategy actually worked out. I mean, I don't know where he's running before that, but this is really going to help him.
Well, it's an automatic 17th place. I mean, he's 17 cars will be on the lead lap. Here they come. They're coming onto pit road. This is huge. No mistakes, Brian. How easy is it to make a mistake, even under caution here?
Extremely easy, and, don't speed. That's the biggest thing.
Don't speed. Don't slip through your stall. Better to be a little slow and safe than it is to try and eke every second out, in my opinion. I'll give you a spot. I just don't want to lose 5.
Yeah, or have to come back down pit lane.
Yeah, or all of them, right?
That's my specialty.
There's Tom Lester grabbing the lucky dog. So everybody getting in their stalls. All look pretty good from what I saw there. Be a race off of pit road, and we got ourselves a new race. You see Owens creeping in there. All right, status quo up front. TJ Rogers stays in front of West Pistol. Pistol might be the one guy. Him and Jason Ratliff did not want that caution. So it's going to be interesting now. And we look at the laps remaining. You know, we got about, 60 laps remaining at the line here, Brian. This is a test. This is a true long run here. 60 laps now. Who's got the best car?
Oh, it's going to be hard not to pick Pistol.
Well, that's the thing. Pistol's, he gained that track position back. Ripka's back up here. Jackson, I mean, all kinds of guys got second hope. And the other thing is, you've just driven an hour around Darlington, Brad. You learned a lot. You learned what didn't work, how hard I can drive. Someone out here is going to adapt and overcome.
Yeah, 10-4, where's our sleeper? There's somebody going to make it work.
I mean, you got to look at people like, you got Chris Owens back here in 10th. He might have learned from, getting that car loose early. Rick Thompson now finds himself in 7th. He's up 10 spots. I mean, you brought up Pistol, so yeah, but second life for a few guys here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I guess we're getting ready to go to green.
All right. Pace car will take him down through the corner. As it looks like TJ Rogers is back on pit road. Something happened with him. That's not good news. Pace car dirts off the track. And we're ready to go back. Green flag racing here in the Darlington 200.
Green flag, green flag.
Green down and away. Inman, great start. Ratliff could not match his start from the beginning of the race. West Pistol underneath, looking for second. He'll take it. So Pistol immediately to second. Inman and Pistol will take the battling. It's going to be Ratliff and Ripka who are going to have to run them down on the long run.
Yeah, 10-4. It does look like it's it's working to their advantage, especially considering how good some of them were on the long run. So we're going to have to see how this works out.
Well, we talk about clean air a lot. Inman, big advantage out front.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's like the guy in second is not bad, but by the time you get back to 6th or 8th, the aero thing is way different.
Well, we are Wind Tunnel TV, so I have a wind tunnel right here, and I can tell you from my experiments that it does get more and more filthy as you get back there.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising how they work that into the system, but it definitely makes a difference.
Everybody getting strung out here, single file early on, just like the start of the race. We'll shake out 5 or 10 laps before we see some movement. Yeah, it's Jason Jackson. Now, how about Rick Thompson back here in 7th? He looks like he's already ready to get racing. In front of him, Williams throwing the sparks up.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking that, they definitely can make it to the end. A lot of guys made it almost to that number.
Stay here watching as Thompson looking to go somewhere, nowhere to go. He backs out for now. And I like that move from Thompson. This is the place to show some patience.
Yeah, he's trying to get in his head. He's trying to say, hey, I'm here. I just need a moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And not the place where you can put a bumper to someone, though.
Yeah, because if they make a big enough mistake, it's going to involve you. So you got to be really smart about what you do.
There goes the rifleman. He's going to surge past West Pistol. So Pistol's got a plan, and he's not going to break from it here. He backs her down and gives the spot up to the rifleman.
Yeah, that might work out for him on the long run, because this could end up being a really long run.
Oh, I think we're likely to go green from here on in. So, I mean, the whole thing is, how much has Inman burning him up? How good is he? He's been looking really solid. The hardest time he had is having lap traffic around him. There's no lap traffic right now, Brian.
Yeah, 10-4, and it's really hard for like West there to let a guy go, because you know he's a top guy and he's going to be tough to pass later. But boy, you know the game will reward him on the long run if he doesn't scrub the tires too hard right now.
Some of these guys like Ricky Williams here in 15th, Tom Lester 16th, Ross Weiss 17th there. Well off the pace for some reason. Maybe they didn't get lined up in time, I'm not sure, but they have fallen back dramatically. Over in YouTube land, I thank all you people out there watching. I see Paul Travis out there. Wish you were out here, man. Good to see you in the chat though, watching the stream. And everybody out there, love your comments, love what you guys are out here watching. Good racing, Gen 4 cars, Darlington doesn't get any tougher than this. West Pistol now stalking Jason Ratliff, and this is the thing. He let him go, Brian, and somebody ain't like he's letting him get away.
Yeah, I think he's thinking I need to be a little closer, so you know I'm just going to run and take what my car gives me and try to stay in the game here.
Now, you ever done this, Brian? Just get behind someone for another reason. Maybe the car is a little loose, and that dirty air, that tightness you feel actually helps you.
Yeah, I've actually done that a few times, but the challenge is it's always like when you really get to where it's like you want to go, it's really tough to get back by them.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a 6 dozen, half the other.
Yeah, that second group's getting a little wiggly back there. They're all trying to figure out, should I go?
Still working on Claus Williams here. Or Rick Thompson, sorry. He's got Owens right behind him. All three of these guys very evenly matched in the early stages of this run. Oh, and in the wall, Claus Williams, and it grabs him. So both cars go by. Thompson and Owens up to 6th and 7th. Powers gets by, so Williams falls to 9th.
Yeah, it looked to me like he was struggling a little bit there, and they were kind of starting to look around, and so he probably just got into that wall and it just drug him back.
There's Lance, Buckshot, Ripka, Jason Jackson. So Thompson's got a little bit of freedom out here. Let's see if he's got any speed behind him. Owens still wiggling off the corner, Brian.
Yeah, there they go again.
Good race, approaching lap 100 of 145 here.
Yeah, right about now, some of these guys are reaching for the oxygen, you know. They're really struggling with keeping the focus. It's hard to focus.
I thought you were talking about me for a minute.
Well, maybe a little. This is tougher than it looks to be in a booth. But I appreciate you having me, though.
Love having you. Brian Helm joining us in the booth tonight and doing an excellent job commentating. We got Austin Inman out front, the rifleman in 2nd, West Pistol 3rd. These three just a hair up front of Ripka, Jackson, Thompson, and Owens. So 7 cars still in this battle, and perhaps others who are sandbagging, might I say, a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you got to play the long run if you're not rolling the front. So, I mean, if I'm third through eighth, I'm trying to save as much as I can.
So Thompson creeping up on Jackson here. That battle for fifth position. Owens right there. Owens, he's been a bit of a conundrum here tonight, Brian. Early on he looks loose. He looks like he's overdriving maybe. The car probably going to go away. It doesn't though. He gets better as the run goes along.
Yeah, some guys are like that. It's just like you think they're wearing out the right rear and they're really not.
Yeah, it's certainly perplexing at times.
Seen it like that in real life too, at the real speedway, but it's just a different driving style and different setups that work for people differently.
Well, here we getting a battle for the lead heating up as Jason Ratliff has closed in on Austin Inman here. So very interesting. Last time around, they matched lap times, and Pistol was the fastest guy behind him. So three-way battle heating up here. Who's going to make a move? How soon do you try to make a move? I mean, Brian, you see it, you go for it, or do you plan it for late? What do you do?
Well, right now it looks like Eamon's struggling a little bit, and I think you're just waiting for an opportunity to get by without any challenge, right? So you're kind of like just dogging him, trying to make him nervous, drive under him, give him a little look, see if you can get him to make a mistake.
Yeah, I love that. That's exactly what I do. I want to get a little closer than where Jason is now, get up there and really harass him, fill that mirror up, and see if we can't coax him into a mistake.
Yeah, nothing to lose. I mean, you can kind of mess around with them, try to get in their mirror all the time, and it doesn't really cost you anything. But if you can get them to make a little tiny mistake and get by them, then maybe that's what happens.
Well, like I like to say, Brian, so I like to mess with them this way. Enter in a different spot and exit in a different spot than he was. When in the mirror from the front car, it looks like you're dancing left, right, but you're really not. But, and they made a huge mistake. Off the wall, sparks everywhere. The rifleman off the wall on the high side has to check up. Pistol comes low. He has to check up. Wow! And this is going to bring Ripka and Jackson and everybody else back into it.
Well, that's what happens when you start messing around. Stuff can happen.
Yeah, I just told you about the messing around, and the next thing you know, messing around cost everybody there. So that's the downside right there, Brian.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to do. But, I mean, I'm amazed that Inman doesn't slow down. He hit the wall pretty good.
I think he did slow down, but the other two slowed down more. So very interesting there. This track, so line dependent. The mistake that you try to compensate for, all of a sudden you find yourself in a lane you're not used to. And Chris Owens just goes by Rick Thompson. Rick Thompson let him go there. But you find yourself in a lane you're not used to, and all of a sudden you're in the wall.
Yeah, a lot happens really fast there. I mean, I didn't, and then you end up getting into trouble because you're trying to take advantage.
Great racing. Inman desperately trying to hold on. Rifleman has regrouped, as has Pistol, but Ripka back in the picture now. So, as are others, I think all these guys have a little hope. And Owens into the wall. He's loose. Holy smokes. He was sideways and off the corner. Thompson loose.
This shows you how close to the edge these guys are running, trying to get somewhere.
Well, they smelt the chum out there in the water, and they turned the wick up, but you got to keep that thing under control here. This 3-car battle now looks like a 5-car battle. And we got a couple of champions back here in Ripka and Jackson. This is what champions do, isn't it, Brian?
Oh, yeah. They've been hanging out back there. Nobody knows they're around. And all of a sudden, where'd they come from?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right. Great battle here at Darlington. 35 to go at the line. Austin Inman trying to hold on here. A ways to go yet.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be time to go, but really, status quo right now is what I'd be thinking. Just, later in the run, you might be able to maneuver better if you save still.
So we got out in the chat, someone earlier looking for the 62 and 3. Unfortunately, not their night tonight. Herb Ashley off the track, and Tom Ashley currently in 9th position. So Tom's having a nice run, actually. He deserves a little more airtime. I appreciate the heads up. How about the 62, Brian? I mean, he's up 11 spots into 8th position. Talk about where did he come from? I haven't even seen him. Tom Ashley, great run so far.
Yeah, it looks like he's our top gainer for the day, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I apologize for not getting him on the air earlier. The 62 absolutely doing a great job tonight. Claus Williams hits pit road. Corey Buskirk's on pit road. Not sure what this is about, but they might not be able to make it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd find it hard to believe they'd come in at this point. I mean, you're going to go a lap down. But the battle for the lead's starting to heat up a little bit.
If you remember, Brian, we had pit stops. The last guys were around lap, 58. But I think Lester and them stayed out a little longer. This is very, very interesting. We'll see if I can pull something up for you folks. There are our stint lengths. Hard for me to see, Brian. My old eyes can't see that far. But I don't see anybody who went beyond into the 60s. And that's what they'll have to do here in this run.
Yeah, 10-4 it might be, but with that short a run, if you're a leader, you got to be thinking. If you can't make it fuel-wise, you don't want to be too late on the pit stop because it's really tough to pass here.
Yeah, if you're going to get in, now's the time. I don't think we're going to see any of these guys come in. I think they can make it, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Right now, the lead has shrunk to nothing.
Yeah, and them two champions have backed it up a little bit. They're just kind of waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, they're content riding here and saving their car. Maybe they're saving fuel. Who knows? Rick Thompson's got back around Chris Owens, so they've swapped that spot a few times. That is 6th position. Ricky Williams hits pit road. So definitely people are pitting. Here we go. Right on the bumper. Oh, the rifleman was thinking about it, but he backed out, Brian. You might be sizing him up here.
Yeah, he's getting a little better run off the corner right now, so he's trying to figure out how to use it.
You see Ross Weiss right in front of our leaders. Oh, and the rifleman in the center there had to back out just a little bit. He's getting a great roll through the center.
Yeah, that's a great battle for the lead right now. You got to appreciate that as a racer.
You absolutely do. These guys are driving the wheels off this thing. 27 to go at the line. Weiss gonna play a minor factor here. Will he move over? Will he get out of the way? I don't know.
Boy, it's so hard to pass in the 1 and 2 at this track. It's unbelievably hard.
Yeah, it really is. And I don't even know if you want to be on the top or the bottom. Both are equally difficult. Inman, a little wiggle off the corner, gives a run to the 55, Jason Ratliff, but again, not enough to do anything with it. And they're running up there by the wall in the early part of 3 and 4. That's where you like to be, isn't it, Brian? Oh, that was 1 and 2. That's my mistake.
Yeah, in 1 and 2, I like to come in low and then drift up and then follow the wall around 3/4 of the way and then pull it down. 3 and 4 is just a mystery to me. I never go the same at any time.
Yeah, both corners are equally tricky, but completely different. So here we go. We stay with this battle because they're coming up on Weiss. Inman tags the wall a little bit. Chases Ratliff down the track. A little bit of a block there. Wow.
Yeah, you only get 1 or 2 of those, and then the guy's going to send you. That was a pretty aggressive deal there.
And Weiss sees it. He says, I'm out of here. Here goes the rifleman again. Down to the bottom, into one, and they're wrecking. Inman turned into the wall. Will stay green. Down into Weiss he goes. Heavily damaged. Our leader is no longer our leader. He will fall back to 6th position. New race leader, Jason Ratliff.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about there. You know, you get 1 of those, and the second time, you know, it's people like, hey, man, I'm here 2 times in a row. You got to give me the room.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to call that one. It didn't look like he gave much room, though.
Yeah, the thing is about this track is you just really can't get into the corner side by side.
Brian, a replay here. You see, here it comes. Big run. He's there. He's got position down in the bottom, and Inman turns down like he's not there. He expected him to back out of that, and Ratliff said, I did last time, like you said, not this time. So that's a big gamble there. But wow, Jason Ratliff been on a hot streak. 22 to go. He puts it in the wall immediately, and he's going to be fine there. But he has opened it up to Pistol. Can West Pistol catch him here?
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to straighten out that right front fender again. So, I mean, he definitely got the wall in that last corner.
Yeah, he could have some damage. I don't know. Pistol lurking in 2nd. Ripka 3rd. Jason Jackson 4th. Thompson and Owens battling for 5th. Tom Ashley now up 12 positions. Him and Rick Thompson both up 12. Thompson in 5th. Ashley in 7th. Very impressive runs. Brantley's up 5 into 8th. Tracy Powers up 5 into 9th. Tony Ratliff hanging on to 10th. And Michael Walker, who remember fought to get his lap back, he's up to 11th. Lester is a lucky dog in 12th.
Yeah, I was gonna say Walker. That really helped him to get a decent finish today.
Yeah, it really has, and he played it well. The Toad Man back in 13th, T.J. Rogers 14th, and Ross Weiss, I believe, just went a lap down, so that'll give us 14 cars on the lead lap. Jason Ratliff out front, starting to extend a little bit. Claus Williams coming up on West Pistol. That is not for position, though.
Yeah, I mean, 20 to go here or less, right? I mean, we're coming down to it. I mean, if these guys are going to pit, I would have thought they'd have pitted. You know, maybe they're just going to run it. I mean,
yeah, and there he lets Williams by. I mean, I gotta say, I think at this point, Pistol, he's either cooling them down or he's kind of giving up here. So he tries to push Claus Williams down into the corner. What do you think, Brian? Is he cooling them down for one more run at this thing?
well, I think, you know, as good as he is, I think Jason Ratliff is also very good. You know, it's obvious that he's got a lot of speed. So his car looks really good. They both do, but I think that he may be trying to cool him down because they were really racing hard there in hopes that he can run him back down.
All right, Jason Ratliff now has Claus Williams closing in on him. Williams, you can see the fresh rubber there in the last half of the corner just accelerate. So I think Jason's going to move over and let him go. We'll see if it costs him any time. His lead about 1.3 seconds here. Claus trying to take it easy, and Ratliff's probably saying, hey, get up here and get around me. I know I would be, Brian. I'd be saying, get off my rear and get out of here.
Yeah, when you're in this position, you really are thinking about, I don't want this guy bothering me. It's like a fly that keeps buzzing around your head. You're like, get
Right.
away from me.
That's exactly how it is, no doubt. So Williams got a bit of a run here. He'll make the move. I think you'll see him lift. He do. Jason Ratliff early lift. Lets him have the spot back. He'll be back. I don't know. I don't think he's on the lead lap still. He might need one more yet. Pistol though, yeah, he didn't really make up any time out of that. So Jason Ratliff, nice job. 15 laps remaining for the Rifleman. How about Chris Owens' night tonight, Brian? I mean, you've seen a little bit of everything from him. Some wall action, some loose action, some great driving. He remains in 5th place.
Yeah, I think he's still loose getting up off the corner in my view. I mean, I watch him wiggle on the straightaway there. I think he's just driving the wheels off it.
He really is. There's no doubt about it. Ricky Williams coming underneath him there. He's got fresh rubber. He made that pit stop. 13 to go for our leader. Rick Thompson, he is in 6th, and there's Tom Ashley. Let's hop on board here with Tom Ashley and just see what we can find out here, Brian. I mean, he's been solid, obviously. He's their biggest mover on the track, and he's closing in on the other guy who's picked up a lot of spots.
Yeah, 10-4, and right now you're just really tired. I mean, you're probably breathing heavy if you got a lot of force feedback into the wheel, and you're just trying to focus and trying to get to the end, and it's you get tired at this point in the race, so you're just trying to get all you can get without wrecking.
Big shout out to Emory, Texas, the home of Mr. Tom Ashley. As he closes in, you can see he's coming. He's looking for a top 5 here tonight. I love it. Tom Ashley having himself a night.
Yeah, top 5 would be a great finish for him from where he started from.
And you remember Jason Brantley, another guy who fought to get his lap back before the caution. He's in 8th. A big possum here, looking pretty strong right behind Ashley.
Yeah, 10-4. When you're fighting every ounce of your body, and then you get the caution that gets you back on the lead lap, it really makes you feel good, and then you got to go make something of it.
And he's done just that. So these guys are about to have a battle. Ashley taking a peek on Thompson. Thompson, a little wiggle. Wow, Brantley takes a peek down low.
Yeah, that's just one of them deals. He's trying to fill his mirror up with his green car there and let him know he's there, try to get him to make a mistake.
Wow, everybody going down the track. And I think that's just a little bit of, hey, are you guys gonna wreck? I need to see what's happening. Ashley up underneath the Thompson off the corner. Thompson backs out of it. Lets Ashley and Brantley go. So put Ashley up to 6, Brantley up to 7. Great job by these drivers. They'll work on Chris Owens next. Out front, the Rifleman. Now 2.8 seconds ahead of West Pistol. Ripka closing in on Pistol for 2nd place here. Great job by Buckshot as well.
Yeah, with not much to go. I mean, what happened to our early leader? He's kind of gone.
Yeah, I mean, Inman has fallen off. I mean, he went in the pit. He is done for the night. So Inman with that, I don't know how to describe the wreck other than he wanted to keep the lead. Jason Ratliff wanted it. Darlington, if you're going to fight down into 1, someone's going to wreck, Brian. Ripka underneath the Pistol here, looking for 2nd. Pistol going to give it up. So Ripka going to go up here and take 2nd. Jason Jackson now, he is in 4th. He's looking for a podium. So like I said earlier, our past champions in different series, they're coming forward here with 7 to go, Brian.
Yeah, it's definitely go time. So that's what you're seeing out of these guys. Get all you can get late.
Yeah, it's just what these guys do. They might have thought they had a 10th place car, but they're going to put it on the podium anyway. Here we go. Jackson underneath the Pistol. So Pistol going to give it up again. And, you know, I give Pistol credit. He might not have the car right now for it. He's not going to fight. He's not willing to wreck here tonight. He'll take his top 5 and go home.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely working hard at it. I mean, he's not as good in this run as he was the first run, so he's going to take what the car gives him.
Meanwhile, Tom Ashley and Jason Brantley got by Owens, put them up to 5th and 6th. What a thing. And now Tony Ratliff going by Owens, so Owens falling apart late here. Michael Walker searching. He's in 9th. He's trying to get up to 8th. Wow, Owens trying to ride the high side, rocking the wall, but Tony Ratliff gets by him. Heavy action in the closing moments. Now Walker down underneath Owens. He'll make it a little easier. So Walker, he shuffles up to 8th, and he needs this. He's in that points race. These are big positions late, changing hands. Our leader, the Rifleman, he's opened it up to 5 seconds. He's on cruise control, Brian.
Yeah, he's got a great car tonight. I mean, he's obviously got the rhythm.
So Ashley and Brantley, 2 great stories here. Ashley just a solid run all around. Brantley staving off being a lap down right before the caution, and then now finds himself in 6th place. So these 2 are the story of the night. They might not be done. They might race each other the last couple laps here.
Yeah, and Tom's probably thinking, just let me have my top 5.
Maybe so, maybe so. 2 laps remaining. Battles behind him. You got Tony Ratliff, Michael Walker. These 2 probably not going to do battle at this point. They look pretty even. Status quo between Ashley and Brantley. Jason Ratliff, white flag is out. He is down through 1 and 2. He's got Fleming in front of him. He's just begging Fleming not to wreck or anything. And Fleming going to move over. Classy move. So the Rifleman down through 3. He'll come out of 4. He'll be the winner here in the Darlington 200 in this Kylou Glass Gen 4 Series. The Rifleman streak continues. Ripka will be 2nd, Jackson 3rd, Pistol holds on to 4th, Tom Ashley grabs a top 5, and Brantley will be right behind him.
Yeah, 10-4. My favorite of that group is Tom Ashley coming from so far back. You got to give him credit there. Congratulations to Jason Ratliff for the win.
Yeah, Tom Ashley, big story. I mean, we've seen this from Tom, you know, and there's certain tracks people like and there's certain tracks they don't like. He obviously loves Darlington. What a great job. But the story of the night, the Rifleman sitting here grabbing that checkered flag. He is one happy man. He burning it down here, Brian. We look in on tonight's results. We did our top 5 with Brantley in 6th. Tony Ratliff, Michael Walker, Rick Thompson, Tracy Powers, your top 10. Lester, an impressive 11th place. He had that lucky dog, and he used it for all it's worth. Chris Owens fell to 12th late. TJ Rogers was near the front early. He slipped a bit. Toadman solid in 14th, and Weiss, Williams, 2 Williams, Claus and Ricky, and then Fleming in 18th, you know, and then you get down to Inman, I mean, and Spear, just not their nights. Inman in particular, a bit of a rough go there at the end. I mean, he looked like he could have won this thing tonight.
Yeah, I think he was definitely the favorite for quite a while during the race.
All right. Well, let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get some race interviews in.
I'll be right back.
All right, back here at Darlington, Jason Ratliff, your winner this evening. Great race all around. I mean, your thoughts of watching a race here at Darlington from the booth and these Gen 4 cars, Brian?
I think there was a lot of activity and a lot of comers and goers, and so that's made it very interesting.
Man, what was it ever interesting? And we turn our attention to Mr. Jason Jackson with a third place finish. I mean, Jason, I don't know how you feel, but this to me, it almost feels like a victory. That was a heck of a drive, my friend.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not quite a victory since I've won here before in the Gen 6 cards, but it's close. It was one heck of a race and one heck of a fuel saving at the end.
Oh, is that right? Well, we were curious. We thought maybe you were a couple of short. So did you? How much did you have to save to make it there, Jason?
We saved a lot. The top three of us, we saved quite a bit. I actually ran out as I crossed the start finish line.
My goodness. Wow, what an effort. Tell us a little bit about this place, man. There's nothing tougher than this place. I'm sure you're exhausted. Hard to pass, hard to stay focused and hit those marks for the entirety of this race, isn't it?
Yeah, I love this place. I just it's a rhythm track. You just got to kind of get in a rhythm and don't look at that mirror unless somebody's absolutely getting inside of you and you hear Carlo.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Jason. My problem is I get in a rhythm and then forget what corner I'm in. So that can cause me some issues, but
Oh,
nonetheless,
I did that once. I had to stop and think about, okay, where am I at? It's getting close to pitting here.
yes, absolutely. It can happen to you, and they're so different. I mean, one and three, basically, they're entirely different corners. I love what I've seen, and you and Lance coming up there at the end. We're kind of saying how this is what champions do, and you know, you might have had a fifth place car, you might have had a whatever car, but to get up here and both of you kind of grab a podium, I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to grind out these ones where maybe you didn't have the track position you wanted or those type of things.
Yeah, I think any of the guys that was running inside the top seven, I would say, when we went back green, had a chance of being in the top three. They're all really good racers, and it just you just had to be cautious of what you're doing. Like I said, run the speed that you need to run, save the fuel, and just don't burn up too much. Lance and I were talking, and we spent 30 laps trying to figure out whether we wanted to try to pass one another or run out of fuel.
Well, I think you guys did a great job keeping the car underneath you, keeping the fuel in the tank, probably the most important thing. Congrats on a really hard fought third place here tonight, Jason, and we'll give you the floor, my friend.
Thanks. I got to thank you guys here at Wind Tunnel for broadcasting this. This is pretty neat. Got to thank Kylou Glass for helping, along with East Coast Web Printing and Alive Church for the other races. And even though Brian's not talking, good to see him here in the booth with you. I'll have to go back and listen to you guys talk throughout the race. Got to thank the teammates that never show up for these things when they help. Brandon and Ed, Nick and Derek, and then got to thank Custom Works, Futaba, Ed Kane CPA, Civil Tech, everybody that helps us go. And the person I keep forgetting, we all of us always forget, just got to thank the wife for letting me do this.
Man, I was gonna tell you, Jason, the wife. Don't forget the wife. Absolutely, the most important person. They make the world go around. That was Jason Jackson, third place here tonight. What a run by him, Brian. We'll turn it over to you as you got second place with you here tonight.
So yeah, Lance, congratulations on second place. Pretty excited to see you come up there, and how close was it on the fuel at the end?
I had just probably about a lap. I think when I hit the pit stall, I had about zero point 0.8 gallons left. So it was close. It was very close.
Yeah, we were talking about you coming up to the front late in the game and how experienced people do that. So, congratulations to you. Anything you want to say to anybody?
Yeah, you bet. I'll give a shout out to the RGR League here. A bunch of great people to race with. WTTV, Alive Church, East Coast Web Printers. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to ask you about how the car felt tonight. I mean, it looked to me like, as per usual here at Darlington, right? It's a story of runs and how you start the run and how you end the run. I mean, did you learn anything between the first set of runs to after the caution? Did it change how you were driving? I know fuel changed it a bit, but were you thinking like, hey, I went too hard or I went too soft in that first run?
Yeah, I learned a lot on that first run. I did. I think it was just because I was having to race some people. But once it kind of got single file there, you're able to save tires, save some gas. But that second run was really dictated on fuel. So yeah, I had to back it off quite a bit. I was backing up the corners a heck of a lot more than I was the first stint. Yeah, and then turned around and saved a lot of the tires. But uh, I knew there was going to be nothing I could do. I was just kind of hoping that Jason had less fuel than I did, and maybe I could eke one out. But yeah, it was a fuel mileage race. As soon as I left the pits, I knew I had a chance.
Well, I'm wondering too. I mean, I haven't had a chance to talk to Wes. Maybe he was running really low on fuel. I'm not sure, but he was so good on the long run on the first run. Were you a little surprised to get around him at the end there?
I think he just ran it too hard to keep up with Jason, and he was unable to save the amount of fuel that he needed. I don't think it was a tires thing. I think it was just a fuel. He had to slow down to make it.
Well, there you go. You got to think about all the avenues, Darlington, and then the fuel mileage. My goodness, that's a lot to comprehend. But yeah, you want to finish any thoughts, any shout outs you got, please do.
You bet. Yeah, I'll just start over on that. I want to thank everybody here at RGR. You guys are great. Best place to race. Um, give a shout out to you guys in the booth at WTTV, Live Church, East Coast Web Printers, and of course, Kylou Glass for sponsoring this series. And I don't want to forget everybody in the background, Todd, Greg, all those that I didn't mention. You know who you are. You guys have created a great league. Um, and one last one, shout out to the men and women in the service.
Amen to that, and a big salute to all the soldiers out there. That's Lance Ripka with a second place finish here tonight. He's been looking awfully good as of late, but we turn our attention to our race winner, the rifleman, Jason Ratliff. Nobody's been looking better than Jason Ratliff these days. How about it? Back in victory lane, my man.
Thanks, Dean. Yeah, it feels real good to be back here.
Man, momentum, you probably heard in the past us talking about it. You get one, they start to snowball, and you're in that snowball right now. I mean, are you like tying your shoes the same way, waking up at the same time, no jinxes happening?
Yeah. I'm just trying not to even think about it and just go out there and run my race like nothing's really going on. So just keeping the same status quo, if you will.
All right, well, let's get into it here. We have a little incident there for the lead. So it's you and Inman, Inman throws a little block on you about a lap prior, 2 laps prior. Now you're down there, and I mean, it looked like you were down good and low. And I mean, what were your thoughts on what happened?
Well, I did go back and look at the replay, and looks like he just didn't get in high enough. And I know that high line in 1 and 2 is super hard to run, especially in entry. And really, if you're 2x2, you just gotta let off the gas and try to coast through there. But I I hate it that we made contact, but I was where I needed to be in the corner. So I did all I could to avoid that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe he thought you would lift or something. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, that was the big move. Now we have I don't know if it was before that or not, but there was a time. I think it was before that. Inman had gotten loose or something, and then you were on the high side. Tell us a little bit about that. You got into the wall, you're loose, and Pistol's there. I mean, it was almost a mess there for a second.
Yeah, it was a hot mess there for a little bit. I know if everybody was in the same boat I was, we had to save some gas there to make it to the end. So lifting early and then adjusting your brake points was an adjustment to do that and stay off the wall. And honestly, that track sometimes it's hard to know which corner you're going down into. You just go round and round and round, and all of a sudden you're like, "Which corner am I in?" You forget. And I did that once or twice, so that's easy done. But yeah, it was a mess there for a little bit, but everybody was pretty good, and yeah, it was. I think what you're talking about is Emmett hit the wall, and then I basically hit the wall too, and then Pistols like he went to avoid us, but we was catching a car, and we actually drove down the track and kind of accidentally cut him off. But shout out to him for staying out of the throttle there.
Yeah, it's big, isn't it, Jason? I mean, you race with some great racers. They know when to lift, when to give, when to take, and that's a big part of this thing too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We couldn't have the races we have here and put on the shows we do if guys didn't have the courtesy that they do have.
Well, Jason, you've been quite a roll, man. We love seeing it. Congrats on winning at one of the hardest tracks on the service, Darlington. So, huge victory here tonight, man. We'll turn over the mic to you. Any sponsors or friends you want to shout out, please do.
Yeah, thank you guys up in the booth for putting on a good broadcast for us to go back and watch. I'd like to thank Alive Church, East Coast Web Printing, and Kylou Glass for sponsoring our series, and for everybody working in the backgrounds, and my team, United Motorsports, a bunch of good guys there, and everybody that tunes in and watches us on the next day.
All right, that's the Rifleman, Jason Ratliff, down in victory lane. Brian, I mean, you heard the comments there. I mean, pretty even keeled about the incident, and I think rightfully so. He was down there nice and low and holding his line, and just a little unfortunate there tonight.
Yeah, 10-4, and I don't blame either driver there. I'd have probably done the same thing if I was Inman. At that point, I think sometimes it's just what racing is, and you sometimes get together. But it was a great race by everybody overall, and I think it was a great experience for me because I'm a little new at this, but I'm really kind of enjoying it. So.
Well, you're doing an excellent job, Brian. No doubt. I'm sure the people love it. And, we look at this championship standings before we get out of here. Tony Ratliff is the one who takes the points lead. Wes Pistol at second. Tracy Powers third. You got Jason Ratliff, Jason Brantley, Chris Owens, Tom Ashley, Ross Weiss, all within 13 points of each other. And I could keep going. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a series here going forward, Brian. I mean, we got basically 14 guys with a shot at the championship still.
Yeah, and some guys are more competitive at different tracks, and so I think it's going to be a great season. So congrats to this group.
Yeah, man. Been a fun one here tonight. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Brian Helm, that's going to wrap it up here from Darlington, and we'll see you right here